Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Call of Duty Vanguard video. Today we're going to be talking about what we can expect at launch for Call of Duty Vanguard in terms of multiplayer maps, multiplayer weapons, as well as multiplayer game modes. Sledgehammer has given us a lot of information today and we're going to be covering all of that here in today's video. So at launch, we're going to have 16 6v6 multiplayer maps as well as 4 additional maps that are going to be part of Champions Hill. Champions Hill is obviously the very niche game mode that is basically like Battle Royale, but not really. We had an entire alpha in regards to that, and every single one of the maps on Champions Hill count as their own map, quote-unquote, but we have 16 other maps that are not part of Champions Hill that are all there for normal, traditional multiplayer, which will be there at launch, and we're going to be covering all of them right here. So let's go ahead and jump into it with the first map, Battle of Berlin. Obviously set in Berlin, looks pretty good. Next map is going to be called Bocage. I think I pronounced that correctly. I probably didn't, but it is set in northern France, looks very good. I'm getting some of the Saint Mary du Mont vibes from Call of Duty World War II. Next up, we have Castle, which is a remaster from Call of Duty World at War. This is a map that I am super stoked on. Like, I have always loved Castle from that game. I thought it was an incredible map. The fact that it's been out for like, how many years now? 13 years, and it was never remastered is nothing short of a travesty. I mean, apparently in Black Ops 1, they were going to reimagine it as a map called War Museum, and Treyarch even showed us this footage of it, but they decided to cut the map for one reason or another. So this will be the first time in 13 years that Castle has returned, and honestly, I'm pretty stoked about it because the map played really well in World at War, and I'm excited to see what it's going to be like here within Call of Duty Vanguard. The next map is going to be called Das Haus. Did I pronounce that correctly? Probably not. It's going to be basically a German training facility for the Germans as they're going to prepare to invade the White House, apparently. So it's going to be an interesting little map. The next map is pretty similar. It's called Decoy, which is going to be kind of like the American side training course for their special forces, and I think it looks kind of neat. It's kind of like almost like a Nuketown kind of a vibe, not because of the size or anything, but because it's very clearly a fake little town, kind of like America is within Black Ops Cold War. So definitely a pretty cool theme there. The next map is going to be called Demianx. I can't pronounce half of these. It's going to be a snowy map in the woods with a church. Looks kind of neat, actually. The next map is going to be called Desert Siege. It's going to be set in North Africa. After that, we have Dome, which is going to be returning once again from Call of Duty World at War, but there's obviously going to be some layout changes. The very center there used to be like a fallen statue with some wood and stuff like that around it. Well, now we have like a room with doors, and I'm not a big fan of the doors, honestly. Kind of worried about that. I mean, I don't like doors as a gameplay mechanic, and they're taking a small, fast-paced, clustered map like Dome from World at War, which is another map that we've been wanting to see return for like 13 years, and they're adding doors to it, so I guess we'll have to wait and see how that's going to play out. The next map, of course, will be Eagle's Nest. That was in the beta. We have Gavutu, which was in the beta. We have Hotel Royale, which was from the beta. We have Red Star, which, of course, was also in the beta. We have Numa Numa, which is going to be set on an island in the South Pacific. We have Oasis, which is going to be set in Egypt. We have Subpens, and this map kind of confuses me, so it looks sort of similar, and it has the same name as a DLC map from Call of Duty World at War, but it doesn't really look exactly the same, and it doesn't actually say that it's a remaster from World at War, so it could just be a similar map with the same name as World at War. Maybe Sledgehammer forgot that Subpens, the original Subpens, even existed. I don't know. Or it could be a remaster. It doesn't really look like it, but it could be. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then the final map is going to be Tuscan, I think is how you pronounce it, which is going to be likely in reference to the old school map that I think was back in Call of Duty 2, which apparently was one of the best maps within that game. I started playing with COD 4, which I'm like, it sounds weird, right? So it's like, yeah, man, I'm not as old school as those guys. I only started playing in 2007, 14 years ago. But yeah, it was a pretty popular map in Call of Duty 2, and this is going to be a map with the same location, but probably not the same layout. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how things are going to play out in regards to that. But yeah, 16 6v6 maps at launch plus Champions Hill. That is pretty freaking awesome. Well, you may be thinking, well, what game modes are we going to have? We actually have a very limited selection, and it's as a result of that new combat pacing system where we have some of it is going to be 6v6, other bits of it are going to be like 10v10, other bits of it are going to be like 24 on 24. It all just depends on how you want to play the game, essentially. And so as a result, with there being all these different player counts, we have a limited number of game modes that are going to be available. We have 7 game modes at launch, including Team Deathmatch, Free-for-all, Kill Confirmed, Domination, Search and Destroy, good news there, Hardpoint, as well as Patrol. So we have 7 game modes and like 3 different sub-modes within those modes, and more game modes will be added post-launch, including, I think they mentioned Control, which is good news. I'm a big fan of Control personally. And yeah, 16 maps, 7 game modes, different combat pacings. I mean, obviously 6v6, what was make it up, 6v6 kill confirmed is going to be a lot different than 14 on 14 kill confirmed, for example, on these 16 different maps. And so I definitely think variety is going to be one of the big selling points for Vanguard this year in terms of multiplayer. And now you may be thinking, well, what about the weapons? Let's talk about the weapons. We actually have a decent number of weapons here, although one category is kind of perplexing if you're somebody who likes to grind camos. But at launch, and obviously more weapons will be coming post-launch like every single year, but at launch within Call of Duty Vanguard, we will have 7 assault rifles, 6 submachine guns, 4 light machine guns, 3 marksman rifles, which are basically just tactical rifles, 3 sniper rifles, 5 handguns, that's kind of crazy, 4 shotguns, here's the weird part, 4 launchers. What? Why? 4 launchers? Like, how many bazookas were there? So we're going to have 4 launchers. Have fun with those challenges, guys. And then 2 melee weapons. If you do the math on that, the launch day total of weapons is going to be 38, which is pretty interesting if you ask me. It's not the most we've ever had in Call of Duty history, but it's definitely not the least either. I think in Black Ops 4 we had like 28 or something obscene like that. So, 38 weapons at launch is not too bad. Doing 4 launchers for challenges is going to be a bit rough. Hopefully the challenges are not nearly as grindy as they were in Black Ops Cold War. I mean, getting those double kills with the Sigma and the RPG was just obscene, except for this match right here. I like to show this footage because it's one of those like God lobbies I happen to get into where I'm playing hardcore Dom and everybody on the other team is not running Flak Jacket, which was awesome. And I think I got like 20 double kills in one game. Like, I led the lobby going like 50-8 or something like that with just launchers. And it's probably because I was using launchers nonstop for a couple of days there. My skill-based matchmaking rating probably went super low because I kept just dying over and over. And then they finally graced me with a decent lobby. But yeah, in general, launch day content for Call of Duty Vanguard is actually pretty insane. 16 maps plus Champions Hill, which adds 4 more maps if you want to play that game mode. 7 game modes at launch, including basically all the fan favorites. Hopefully other modes like Demolition and Control and stuff like that, which are personal favorite modes of mine. Hopefully they will also be added to the game at some point. And then 38 total weapons, including a bunch of like actual real guns. Like, if you consider marksman rifles to basically just be assault rifles, we're talking like 10 assault rifles, 6 SMGs, 4 LMGs, 3 snipers, a bunch of secondaries, 4 shotguns, that's pretty good, honestly. So the launch day content is actually pretty insane, and obviously more maps and more content will be coming out post-launch. If you guys did not know about this, allow me to just break the news right here and now, but it looks like shipment is going to be returning during the preseason of Call of Duty Vanguard on November 17th, so 12 days after launch, shipment will be returning, and this is what it looks like. I can't tell, man. It looks like there might be some possible layout changes. If you look at the top part of it, I'm like, wait, can people climb up top like they could in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019? Because if so, bad news there. I'm not personally a fan. As someone who's going to be grinding all the challenges in the game, I might still play shipment quite a bit, but as someone who just likes old shipment, like the shipment that we saw in Modern Warfare Remastered and the shipment that we saw in Call of Duty World War II, the actual good shipments, then I don't want people to be able to climb up on top of the crates. I don't want there to be just random spawns where you spawn right in front of people and stuff like that. I want good shipment. That's what I'm hoping for. And they killed it. I think the shipment that we had in World War II was the best shipment ever because it was the same like traditional shipment layout, but with a really cool setting in a more colorful theme, I suppose. But then they ruined it in Modern Warfare 2019. So I'm hoping that we get the actual good shipment and not the Modern Warfare 2019 version of shipment, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. It kind of looks like it's going to be like Modern Warfare 2019, but once again, we'll have to wait and see how things are going to play out, and that is going to, again, come out on November 17th, 12 days after launch. Also, my birthday. Happy birthday to me, November 17th. I'll be 30, for crying out loud. It's nuts. Not so keen on that, man. I'm getting old. I've been playing COD, making videos for far too long. And speaking of that, I hope y'all enjoyed this video right here. If you did, consider leaving a like. Thank you all so much for listening. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section below, and stay tuned for even more Vanguard videos here on the channel today, as well as in the coming days. Thank you all so much. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.